Today's episode proves one thing.
What does it prove, babe?
Sometimes the affair isn't the worst part. Sometimes it's everyone who helped hide it.
Today's stories involve best friends, siblings, parents, and even entire families choosing the wrong side.
Every single story somehow gets worse than the one before it.
And trust me, you're not ready for story 3.
So grab your snacks.
And cue that intro.
For exposing my ex and my best friend to their family after I found out they were cheating with the help of his siblings. How dare they? I, 27 female, was dating Jason, 28 male, for nearly 4 years. We lived together for 2, shared bills, split groceries, and had a running pictures board titled Our Future House. You know, couple stuff. We were talking about getting engaged sometime this year. My best friend, Chris, 30 female, has been in my life since I was a teenager. We've been thick as thieves. She used to call me her ride or die. She even said once, if you ever got married, I planned the bachelorette trip myself. Oh, honey, if I only knew how much I do need you.
Hit that high note.
Call me churchy now. I'm here singing Patty.
Where'd Patty come from?
Patty!
Where'd Patty come from?
Shut up. Jason and Chris got along really well. Too well in hindsight. I used to joke about it. Wow, I swear y'all hang out more than we do. Ha 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 ha. So funny. So naive. A few months ago, things started getting weird. Jason started becoming more attached to his phone, like it was surgically fused to his hand. What are you doing?
You said surgically fused. I was trying to see if there was a way where I could
Chris pulled away from me emotionally, but was always happy to check in on Jason. That's weird. They started making plans without me. Oh, we were just gonna grab a quick bite after work. We ran into each other at the gym. We're just catching up. Catching up on what exactly? My patience? Jason's siblings, his sister and younger brother also started acting different. Cold, like I was an awkward outsider at family dinners that I used to help plan. I figured I had done something wrong. Spoiler alert, I hadn't. I was just slowly replaced and no one had told me. Then one weekend, Jason said that he had to go out of town for a family thing. I helped him pack, kissed him goodbye, and sent him off with snacks and good wishes like a supportive girlfriend. Chris, being Chris, posted a cozy Instagram story that same night. A glass of wine, a fireplace, 2 sets of legs. Except I recognized one of those sets of legs. The jeans, the sneakers, they were Jason's, because I bought him those shoes.
She bought you the shoes?
Not you. My thing is just like, not you cheated on me wearing an outfit that I picked out and purchased for you.
That's a bum move.
I bought you the cologne. I bought you that shirt.
I can't even. I can't.
I talked to your barber on your behalf to change your haircut because it was making you look 20 years older than what you were.
I can't even say the first thing that came to mind because it's not clean. I'ma just laugh. Oh my goodness! Wow.
I didn't say anything right away. I wanted to be wrong, but something in my gut said that I wasn't. Women, you trust your gut and your eyes because obviously he's cheating on you. When Jason got back, I waited until he fell asleep. I checked the iPad that he had forgotten to log out of. His iMessages were synced. Let me just say, I wish I hadn't looked, but also thank God I did. He and Chris had been hooking up for a year. There were
365 days.
Yep, there were flirty messages.
52 weeks.
Yep, there were flirty messages, really spicy text messages, voice notes, inside jokes, screenshots of conversations with his siblings. Yes, his siblings were cheering them on. Why didn't you just... There were messages like, she's still clueless, LOL, or just tell her already, bro. You and Chris are way better together anyway. They were hiding an entire relationship from me while I was cooking them dinner. Jason even said, it's hard laying next to her. I wish it was you. Sir, you're in my bed eating my snacks with my Hulu login. I didn't scream. I didn't key cars. I packed a bag and I went to my cousin's place and thought it over. Ooh, girl, what you thinking over? 2 days later, 2 days. I calmly told Jason I knew that I saw everything. His reaction? You went through my messages? That is a serious violation of trust.
I thought he was going to say it wasn't me.
I think my soul briefly left my body. Then came the gaslighting. You always do this. You're insecure. You push people away with your drama. I push people away? Boy, you are emotionally cheating and probably physically cheating with my best friend, and I'm the dramatic one? She sent a long, teary, it just happened message, and I didn't care. But I didn't just stop there. What you do, girl, what you do? I sent the messages, screenshots, and voice notes to Jason's parents and Chris's mom. Not to be petty, you was being petty, girl. It's okay though. But because I was tired of feeling like the crazy one while they told their family I was emotionally unstable and clingy. Jason had been painting me as the bad guy to his family for months. His mom told me that I was cold towards him and needed to be more understanding. After she saw the truth, she apologized. Genuinely. As for Chris's mom, she went silent for a minute and just said, I'm sorry you had to go through this. Now Jason and Chris are officially together. Sometimes love grows when you least expect it. I hope she cheat on you with the basketball player. Yeah, like the shadow of betrayal. Now Jason's siblings and a few mutual friends are saying that I crossed the line and made everything awkward between the families. And I should have just walked away like a mature adult. So, Reddit, am I the a-hole for refusing to let them lie about me and exposing them to their families? Or should I have just taken the L quietly while they made me look like a bitter ex? One thing that I cannot stand when good-hearted people are working hard to like make sure that your life is filled with light and love and like good food and like good memories, and you are just trashing them.
Yeah.
Like, she's letting you borrow her subscription. She's planning family outings and family dinners and stuff like that. She's adding to your life.
She loves you.
She loves you. All she did was love you. And all of you guys, all four of y'all, just trashed her for no reason. Like, she didn't do anything to you. That's evil. If you are doing that, I'm sorry. That's evil. Because I'm just like, you are taking up space. You are wasting time that they cannot get back because you are unsure of how to move forward. Like, he knew that he wanted homegirl the entire time. Just rip off the Band-Aid, go after the girl that you actually want, and set OP free. Like, it's not fair to her. I don't really care what's fair to Chris. Like, but it's definitely not fair to OP, you know?
OP, you did nothing wrong in this situation. I mean, unfortunately, you're gonna come across people in your life who, no matter how good your intentions are, they just won't reciprocate.
I have a feeling that either Chris is gonna cheat on Jason or Jason is gonna cheat on Chris, and everybody's gonna be crying and wanting to have you back. Like, don't wait for that other shoe to drop, but the other shoe's gonna drop. It's gonna drop.
But just live your life without them.
Am I the a-hole for exposing my sister the week before her wedding? Exposing her for what, boo? For what? What did she do? Hi, everyone. This has been weighing on me heavily as to whether or not I did the right things regarding my sister and her wedding. I, 25 female, and my sister, 32 female, have had a very close relationship through our whole lives. We grew up together and have been there for each other always. My sister got engaged last year and I was so happy for her. She had finally found a man of her dreams. She asked me to be the maid of honor and I said yes. Okay, we love the start of the story. Now, I was driving to work one day and I saw my sister outside of a hotel with a guy. I didn't think anything of it at the time and continued with my life. I didn't think of this moment again until we were at a family dinner and I walked in on my sister and her fiance arguing about a friend of hers. He stormed out and I asked my sister what it was all about. What's it all about? She said that she had met up with a friend for brunch the other day and that he was overreacting. I gave her the look. You know, that look that lets someone else know that you know that they aren't being honest. She then admitted that she had been seeing another guy behind her fiance's back for at least 2 years. 2 years? It was nothing serious, but just a bit of fun.
104 weeks?
Why don't you bring your fiance back? Run back what you just said to your sister and ask him if it was no big deal. I think he'll have a different opinion. I was furious. My parents had split up because my mom cheated on my dad, and I never thought that she would do that to someone she cared about. I told her that she had to tell her fiance this. Otherwise, I was gonna tell him. She agreed, reluctantly. That was the end of it for a while. I assumed that she had told her fiance everything. It was only at their rehearsal dinner for their wedding that I realized he never knew. The guy I had seen my sister with was the fiance's best man.
What can a brother do for me?
Here is where I might be the a-hole. I love my sister very much, and I thought I was doing the right thing. So after dinner, I told her fiance what my sister had admitted to, and he was fuming. The aftermath was awful. My sister and my mom rang me telling me that I should have kept that information to myself and not have told him, and called me manipulative and a liar. I reminded my sister calmly that she told me herself, and she said that we were sisters and I should have kept that secret. I am really conflicted. I thought I did everything right. My sister wants me to apologize to her by telling her fiance that I was mistaken, but you weren't. So you want her to lie? I don't think I can do this. It's a week before the wedding, and as far as my sister is concerned, it's still going on ahead as long as I take back what I said. Stuff is going down. Fiance's mother has been yelling at me, telling me that I should have told her son sooner, and the next breath saying that I should have been more loyal. WTF? Don't mind her. We have history. What history do you have?
Yeah, I'm a little boosty mean. Come on, man. I'm just like, what else are you supposed to do?
I just thought she told her. Like, how is this your fault?
It's like, you should have told me earlier. And plus, you should be loyal. I'm just like, what?
But am I the a-hole for telling her fiance about her affair? Edit, another reason for her wanting me to take it back is that she's pregnant and hadn't told anyone apart from me. So if I took it back, I'd be saving her future family. We don't know who the dad is because everyone keeps asking. Since posting this, more BS and drama has gone down, and I might do another update once more time has passed. It's just messy AF. You know, she actually did give us that update.
The fact that they just gaslit her and thinking that she did something wrong. I mean, granted,
she didn't do anything wrong.
She didn't.
But you literally told your sister, yo, if you don't tell him, I will. You gave her the classic, if you don't tell him, I will. She ain't tell him. She ain't tell. Her and her mama are like a bunch of liars.
You lied to your sister. Your sister had an expectation that you were going to do the right thing. Do you know that in some situations, like, you know, you and your sibling, I remember one time, like, and this isn't like anywhere near as life altering as what happened here, but I remember a time when I was like really young, and I remember I snitched on my brother for something, and I felt bad. Because he's just like, we're brothers, man. You can't be snitching on me.
Yeah, but that's something, what you snitched on him for was much smaller.
Much smaller.
Than an affair. An affair, I don't care if you my mama, you my daddy, you my sister, you my brother. Like, I don't care if you're my daughter, if you're my son. You have to say something. I'm just thinking, like, once she gets away with it, she's gonna continue to get away because this guy is in very close proximity to her. He's a part of the wedding party.
He's a trash individual. They're both trash, and the mom's trash too.
The mom is trash. Everybody.
Yeah, they're all in the dumpster.
Just about everybody is trash except for the groom and OP.
I have thoughts on this, but I think I'll save them in the end because we have an update.
Hey guys, this is a continuation of my previous post that is here on Reddit. A lot of people were asking me for an update, so here it is. So if I didn't think it could get any messier, I would have been very, very much mistaken. My sister's fiance has a brother and has provided some context. We dated a long time ago and we were going to get married, but I backed out. We have, however, remained friends and we still talk to each other, especially when we found out that our siblings were going to get married. Okay, very mature. I felt like it was important for context, as after I told my sister's fiance about her affair of 2 years with the best man, the brother, ex, reached out to me. He sounded quite serious, and I jokingly said, "Don't tell me you slept with my sister too." There was complete silence.
You belong to the city.
God!
You belong to the night.
So one of the reasons why I chose not to marry this man is because he admitted to cheating on me. He never said with who. I didn't want to know. He was out the door the second he revealed it to me. So to find out 5 years later, after we had just healed our friendship, that he slept with my sister was heartbreaking. I didn't know what to say. I asked if he was still having a relationship with her, and he said no. Like I was going to believe him, but whatever, not my circus and not my monkey. I asked him if this was all he had to tell me, and he said no. Basically, it turns out his brother, my sister's fiance, had also cheated on her on a weekend away a couple of months ago. Can nobody just stay out of the bedroom? Anyway, I have blocked my ex now as I feel we have nothing more to say to each other. And again, I was left with another problem. I know far more than I wanted to about my sister and her fiance's private life. So I decided the only logical thing to do was to get them face to face. I called her fiance and her to my house and got them in the living room together. I gave them the following bullet points. 1, she cheated on her fiance for 2 years. 2, he had a secret fling one weekend. 3, she slept with a brother while he was with me. 4, on top of all of that, she's pregnant and nobody knows who the dad is. With all of this, I walked out of the room having said my bit. Whether they choose to believe me or not, I didn't care. It didn't matter. All the dirty laundry was hanging out to dry on my end. I was done. I was exhausted. A couple of days later, I got a phone call from my sister. I was banned from the wedding. Okay.
You're still getting married?
All right. Listen, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. I wouldn't want to. If you guys want to get together and continue to make each other's lives miserable, not my monkey, not my circus. She said it. She said it right here. Surprise, surprise. And they were going to get married as planned, like nothing ever happened. WTF. Baby daddy still hasn't been revealed, but I'm guessing they're looking past this. To be honest, I don't even think that therapy can heal me from this mess. I'm getting blamed for trying to ruin the wedding and that I tried to sabotage her marriage. Think she did that a long time ago. Anyway, the wedding is in 4 days' time. I have really nothing else to say at this point. My mother demanded that I pay for the paternity test, seeing that I created this mess. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how my sister getting pregnant with God knows who has anything to do with me. Absolutely not. Please be kind. I'm an emotional wreck right now. For those saying you should have minded your business, if it was you would have wanted to know. I don't regret anything that I did, and you should not. I stayed honest. Should I give a paternity test for her wedding gift? Or is that too petty? My God, you need to cut all of the...
Everybody.
You need to cut Now the groom is on that list. You need to cut everybody off.
You need to move.
Get a brand new family.
Get new friends. Get a new city.
Get stability.
Get a new state or get a new province.
They're gonna make each other so miserable.
That ain't got nothing to do with you.
No, it don't. It really don't.
Don't.
Y'all can't keep it in your pants. You can't do it. You can't. You're bad at it.
Not the a-hole. OP.
Not the a-hole at all,
Yeah,
boo.
yeah,
Don't you even
yeah,
think
nah.
that.
Yeah,
Don't you think that.
You just got betrayed left and right by everybody.
She ruined your wedding.
Ah, my God. Am I the a-hole because my fiance cheated on me with my father?
Again? I didn't think we'd find another story like this soon.
Fathers, be good to your daughter.
It's ill.
Shout out John Mayer.
You know, we went to the same college.
I'm not surprised. Me, 27-year-old male, fiance, 26-year-old female, call her L. My father, 52-year-old male, call him B. My mother, 50-year-old female, call her R. All these letters, man. What you gonna do?
Maybe he's like playing like a PlayStation. Is that? This sounds like the letters on a PlayStation, right?
No.
Oh,
None
it's
of those
not?
letters are on the PlayStation, babe.
Is there an X on there?
Like many who've had something like this happen, I never thought something like this would happen to me, but here we are. I never used Reddit, but I've seen stories from here on TikTok, so I thought I'd give this a shot for any advice you all could give me.
Okay.
From listening to some other stories, you all like backstory. I'll try and be as clear and precise as I can, but it's only been a week, so if I start to lose it during the telling of this, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We love a clear king.
Elle and I met in her freshman year of college. We were both dorming in the same building where we eventually met. We later found out we lived 2 towns away from each other, so whenever we went home, I let her drive with me.
Oh.
It only added like 20 minutes, so it was no big deal. After multiple trips and hanging out at school, we started to date. I have a close-knit family, as did she, so we told our families right away. I had met hers plenty of times when dropping her off, but it was nothing more than an introduction and exchanging pleasantries. Both of our families accepted each other with open arms, and our relationship grew. I was a year ahead of her, so when I graduated, I went home where I was offered a good job with great pay. I visited her at school whenever I got the chance, and whenever she came home, we would make time for each other. After she graduated, she moved in with me, as both of our jobs were in the city near where we grew up. Like me, she was offered a position at the company she works at now with great pay. After living together for about 3 years, I proposed, and we have been planning our wedding since.
Yay.
Now, on to the part you're all reading for.
Oh, right.
Looking back, there were plenty of things I overlooked that I just wrote off thinking my father was just trying to welcome my ex into our family. Things like my father calling her all the time, and if I was around, they would just tell me they were talking about the upcoming family party or something along those lines. One time, I was in the shower and her phone rang. I seen it was my dad, so I answered. When he realized it was me, he sounded both upset and surprised that I picked up and then asked what's up. He responded that he wanted to talk to Elle about my mother's birthday that was in a week, and after a minute, we ended the call. Even typing this out now, I feel like an idiot for not seeing it sooner.
How are you disappointed to hear from your child?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm just like, what? What?
That doesn't make any sense.
On the day I found out, it was like any other day. Elle had Thursdays off, so she made breakfast for both of us. When I set out for work, she gave me a kiss and told me to have a great day. During my drive to work, I realized I had forgotten some paperwork I would need for a meeting I had at 3 p.m. I shrugged it off and told myself I would just go home at lunch to get it. Elle texted me throughout the day talking about all the casual stuff, a couple talks about like, oh, what do you want for dinner? I did the laundry. Do you want me to hang it up? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't think it was necessary to text her. I was coming home for lunch, so when it came around, I just left work and went home. When I got home, I noticed a car that looked like my father's in our parking lot.
Oh my God.
But I didn't think anything of it, and I just parked and went into our building. When I opened the door, I was met with a scene out of a movie where a man comes home early and catches his spouse cheating. Such a cliche.
Oh my God!
There was a trail of clothes, both his and hers, leading to my bedroom, and the sound of faint moans echoed through my apartment. I stood at the door in utter shock. My brain was a mix of rage, sadness, and disgust. But if you were a fly on the wall, you would see what looked like a statue. I just couldn't move. When I finally snapped to move, not knowing how much time had passed, I took out my phone to record.
Yep.
I picked up all the clothes that were on the floor and threw them into the hall of the building.
Yep.
After I filmed the walk to my bedroom, the door was open. I stood in the doorway filming for about a minute, and I flipped on the lights. They both jumped at a sudden light and looked at me, and to my utter shock, it was my father in the bed with her. After the initial stun, my father noticed I was recording and started to panic, trying to find anything to cover himself and told me to stop recording. He found a towel and wrapped it around himself and started to walk toward me. I told him, if you don't want to get hurt, stop coming to me. He either didn't care or didn't hear me and reached for my phone. I hit him square on the jaw.
Yep.
His head bounced off the door
Yep.
and slumped to the ground. Elle shrieked. I aimed the camera at Elle and said, concerned about your blank buddy, but nothing to say to your fiancé? My father woke up after about a minute nap and go to sleep. Go to sleep. And I told them I just needed to come pick something up for work, so I'm headed back now. If either of you pieces of blank are here when I get back, I'll send this video to everyone you know. I ended the video, looked at my dad who was still coming to, and said, you're dead to me. You're no longer my father. But you might want to go home and talk to mom because I'll be talking to her very soon.
Dang it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I sat in my car for a while until one of the bosses at work called to ask where I was. I told her I was on my way back right now. When I got to her office to hand her the paperwork, I must have looked awful because she started asking what was wrong with me. I told her it was nothing and I'd be okay. I could see her scanning me up and down, and she noticed some blood on my collar. and stood up, rushed to me, and said, "You're bleeding." I looked down and said it was my father's. She looked confused, so I pulled out my phone and showed her the video.
Dang. If you want it.
She watched it in its entirety. She was introduced to Elle a few times, but never my father. She sat there silent for a moment until it finally clicked that my fiancé was cheating on me. But not only was she cheating, it was with my father. She asked if there was anything she could do, suggesting I take some time off.
Yeah.
But I told her I can't go back there right now. That I just need a minute and I'd be fine for the meeting, and I have another shirt in my office. The meeting went over fine. You still let him go to the meeting?
Oh my gosh.
I put a smile on for everyone like nothing had happened. My boss came up to me after the meeting and asked how I could do that. But I just said I don't know and went to my office. I then came home and I was alone for the first time in a very long time. Thank you for reading. I'm sorry I carried on so much, but it was therapeutic getting everything down. I just don't know what to do. I definitely need to get out of this apartment. I just can't live here anymore, and there's no possible way I'm sleeping in that bed. I know not only do I have to go get checked out for STDs,
Yeah, you do.
but I think I broke something in my hand.
Oh no. Listen, he was caught in, your father was caught in bed with your fiance. You listen.
His father can see the future because he knocked him in the middle of next week.
To the moon.
I'm just like, bro, how many times we gotta sing John Mayer on this channel?
We didn't have to sing him at all, babe.
But we do have an update.
He's not gonna get me this episode. Nope.
Wow. Hello, everyone. I didn't expect to come back to Reddit and have this much support.
How did you not? How can you not?
Maybe get you some boxing classes next time so you don't break your hand.
Papa.
I just wanted to put what happened out there and hopefully get some advice. After I wrote down all that happened, I closed my computer and kind of fell into a depression. After I posted, it hit me like a train. To the ones who think it's fake, I wish I was this creative. I write books instead of working a 9 to 5. So the day after I posted, I tried to get in contact with my mother, but none of my calls were connecting.
Oh.
I wanted to see if she would get lunch with me, and I tell her everything. After about a dozen tries, I decided to try to get into my car and go to my mother's house. She needed to know what happened as soon as possible, even if talking about it was going to make it hurt all over again. During the drive, I thought about what I would say and how I would say it. It made me start to panic. I had to pull over twice to throw up.
Oh my gosh.
It's not every day you have to tell your mom that her husband is having shenanigans with your fiance. I pulled into the driveway and sat in my car for a moment to calm down and gather my thoughts. I was in my car for a few minutes when my mother threw her front door open. So I stepped out of my car. She started cursing at me, saying how dare I come to her home.
What?
After I hit my father for trying to break up a fight between Elle and I.
How dare he?
She called me every name in the book. She told me I needed to leave since Elle isn't ready to forgive me yet, and that if she's smart, she hopefully never will. Yes, apparently my father took Elle to my family's home and told my mom that Elle and I argued, and when my father tried to spot it, I hit him. She continued on for a while until I finally snapped and said, "Really, Mom, because your husband is bleeping my fiance, that's why I hit him. And if you can't take my word for it, I have a video. I'll send it to you. But because my own mother can talk to me like this, don't expect to see me again. I don't want to hear your apology when you finally figure out that you're just as crap of a mom as my piece of crap father." Her face dropped. I pulled out my phone and sent her the video. My mom took hers out and turned it on. She pulled up the video and watched up until the part where I turned on the light. She then put her phone down. She looked up at me, but I turned and went into my car. I backed out of her driveway. I looked at her before I took off, and she was in tears. My heart fell out for her, but too much was said during that fight for me to pull back in and forgive her.
Dang.
When I got back home, I started clearing everything out of my apartment that had to do with Elle or my family. I boxed all of Elle's things up and put them next to the front door. Legally, this has been her place of residence, so I can't technically kick her out. Her name isn't on the lease. Also, she's the type of person who shies away from conflict, and she returns other than to pick her things up. There will be plenty of conflict. Anything that had to do with my parents, I boxed up and put it into storage. Like I said in my first post, we were a very close family, but I never had a problem cutting toxic people out of my life. I texted Elle's parents and told them that I'm calling off the engagement and told them that she's been cheating on me. I thanked them for everything that they've done for me.
Dang.
Our relationship was still building, but they were kind and supportive of me, so this just added more hurt to the mix. I finished by asking if they would come pick up all of her belongings. I hadn't gotten a response from them yet, but I'm hoping they come grab her things so Elle doesn't have a reason to come back here.
Don't cut out your mom. she's just as heartbroken as you are. Oh, wait, no, he didn't get married yet, so he doesn't have to look for a divorce lawyer. No. She gotta look for a divorce lawyer. She gotta like separate all them assets and just like.
Nah, she's in the wrong too.
She is in the wrong for not hearing him out.
Not hearing him out, not even try to have any contact with your son and just blow up the moment he shows up at the house.
Yeah, because she didn't even answer. First of all, the husband and the fiance are so stupid because I'm just like, you saw that he was recording. He has that recording. Mm-hmm. Even if you deleted it, it's going to be backed up. If he has like an Apple device, it's going to be backed up into like a cloud or something like that if he has that synced. But think about what happened from the mom's perspective. Like, she's going on just as much of a roller coaster as her son because every single thing that your husband, and not the son's fiance, your husband and his affair partner tried gaslighting you into a reality that just wasn't true.
But so that's when, as a parent, you say, son, what happened? Yeah, ask a question. Like, you spent all this time festering and you blow up at him the moment that he shows back up. But this is the way to go about saying, we have an update. Hey, everyone. I'm sorry I haven't updated in a while. I wish I could say I'm doing great, but that would be a lie.
Oh, no.
Everything hits me in waves. I go from just being numb to boiling with rage. I haven't had a happy moment since I found out.
Dang.
Other than a few friends, I don't really have anyone in real life, especially since my family turned out to be crap. Quite a few things happened since I posted last, so this update will tell all that's been going on. After my last post, I decided to get the ball rolling on everything that needed to be done, like getting tested, finding a therapist, moving, and of course, buying a new bed. I started calling my doctor's office, telling them I needed to get tested and to refer me to a therapist. I had my first appointment with a therapist 2 weeks ago, and we decided to continue once a week. I also got tested last week, but it will be another week or so until I get the results. Cross your fingers for me. I got in touch with a real estate agent friend of mine, and I decided on a refurbished cabin on the outskirts of my city. I finished moving 2 days ago.
Yay.
When I finished moving, I called Elle's parents. I told them I moved out and Elle has still yet to pick up her things, and that the landlord will start showing the apartment in a few days. So someone better pick up her things before the landlord throws it out. That must have lit a fire under them because the next day my former landlord texted me thanking me for getting the apartment emptied out. No one knows where I live now other than the friend who set me up with this place. So I know Elle or my parents won't be dropping by. The only thing that sucks about this place is I traded for a 10-minute walk to work for a 45-minute drive.
For your peace, it's worth it.
It is. My phone has been blowing up with texts and calls from Elle, both my parents and some of my friends, but I have no interest in talking to anyone other than my therapist. At work, I've been a ghost. I go in, I get my work done and leave. On the rare occasion I have to talk to someone, I put on my fake smile and pretend everything is okay. My boss from my previous post has been trying to check on me more, but I don't really tell her anything either. I just tell her I appreciate it, but I'll be okay. Truth is, I don't know if I'll be okay. I get that time heals and all, but I feel like it's only relevant when you're dealing with one issue and not when you lose who you thought were the 3 closest people in your life all at once. The meetings with my therapist are going well. I suppose I've never done therapy before, so I have no reference on what good therapy is. We do get along okay, and she really seems genuine in wanting to help. The first session was us getting to know each other and delving into what brings me to her. Nothing in depth, but me just telling her what happened in my own words. The second session, we went a bit deeper. She asked me about the relationship I had with my parents. I told her up until now it was great. We talked often and always communicated well when something was wrong, and that I grew up in a great home, but that all means nothing now. She asked why I cut my mother out of my life. I told her she said things to me I wouldn't say to someone I despise.
Dang.
Then told her there's no way she can come back from that. At the end of our last session, I gave her the link to my page on here so she can read more about how I feel and what's going on in my head. I feel like it's easier to type things out than it is to speak it. So if you're reading this, hi, Doc. For now, I'm still miserable. I thought I'd be okay by now. Not necessarily happy, but okay. I know some of it is my own fault not communicating to my friends, but when I think about responding to them, it just seems so exhausting. I know they'll want me to get together or to come by my new place, but I just don't have the energy to be around them. Until I do, I work, go to my appointments, and sit on my back deck sipping on some bottom shelf whiskey and try to enjoy this beautiful view.
There's a lot of good things happening. I love that you're in therapy and that you actually signed up and you have a therapist that you like. I love that you moved to a place that
Sorry about the commute though.
Yeah, sorry about the commute.
Yeah. But I mean, it's your piece.
You're a homeowner now. That's exciting. What I think the therapist is getting at? I think the therapist is getting at that you don't have to lose 3 people. You might only have to lose 2.
We have an update. Hey everyone, sorry I've been MIA for a while now. I'm writing this update to let you all know I'm alive and to give you the lowdown on what's been happening as of recent. First, I want to apologize to those who've worried about me the last few months. After my last post, I was nowhere near okay, so I pulled back from everything. I secluded myself in order to heal and cope with what is now my life. I want you to know every comment and message didn't fall on deaf ears. I took all of your positive feedback and advice and worked through my problems. So to the people who supported me through this, truly thank you. I can't stress it enough. When I was at the lowest I've ever been, it was internet strangers that were there for me. So again, thank you all.
Yeah, internet strangers.
Yeah.
We love a good internet stranger. I love internet strangers.
Y'all are cool.
They're not strangers, they're family.
Amen corner. We love y'all. In my last post, I was doing things like getting tested for STDs and trying to restart my life. I'm happy to inform you all that I am clean and couldn't be more relieved. I still see my therapist once a week. To all those who suggested it, you probably saved my life, so thank you. Being able to vent, get my frustrations out, and get the advice I need has been better than anything in my life, past or present. I'm still working at the same company. I've become more open with some of my coworkers that I'm closer with and my boss from my previous posts due to the advice from my therapist. And also due to her and some of your advice, I've reached out to my friends and I've slowly been reintegrating into the group again. Now, on to the update with what's been going on between my family and ex.
Whew.
I decided I was ready to have a talk with my mother, so a little over a month ago, I unblocked her on my phone and reached out. I called and almost instantly she picked up the phone. I could tell through the tone of her voice she was panicking. Eventually, after reassuring it was me, I told her we should meet and talk. She agreed, and a day later we met at a diner near her house. She was there before I was, and when she seen me, she started quietly sobbing. When I sat, she apologized over and over again, telling me she could only take their word because she never thought them getting together would ever happen. I told her while I appreciate her apology, the things she said to me were despicable and something no mother should ever say to their child. And it showed me exactly what she thought of me. She cried harder and promised it's not true, that when she was told I hit my father for no reason, she was so angry, and when I showed her to the house, she just let her anger take over. Not wanting to go back and forth with her, I decided to move on. I said, speaking of that, POS, what have you decided to do with him? She told me that they've been separated. She just kicked him out since the day after I sent her the video, and she immediately found a lawyer. Then we moved on to my ex. She said that when I pulled away, she went back into the house and threw them both out.
You mean the ex was still in the house when the son arrived?
Yeah.
Dang. So the fiance was in the house.
Yeah.
When she found out.
She went back into the house and threw them both out.
Both?
As she was too disgusted to look at them. We talked for about an hour in total, and before I left, I told her I was in a dark point of my life, and because of the things she said to me, I didn't have my mother when I needed her, and because of that, I don't know if I could have her in my life. I then told her I'm willing to work on my relationship with her, but it will be at my pace. She stopped me before I could leave and told me she has to tell me something important. I sat back down, and she said Elle is pregnant. Elle apparently showed up to the house and told my mom. She said she didn't...
Pregnant with who?
She said she didn't know if it was mine or my father's. Elle asked if I had been in touch so she can let me know. Obviously, she hasn't, so my mom just sent her on her way. Well, that's about it for the update. I have a lot on my mind, not sure what to do or feel. Thank you for reading. Sorry for rambling on and on.
Who the daddy, who the daddy, who the daddy, who the daddy? Nobody knows.
Who that is?
That's just my baby dad.
Who that is?
That's just my baby dad. Bruh, what do you mean she's pregnant? What do you mean? What do you mean she's pregnant? You gonna show up to this woman's house? You done wrecked her marriage. You done tore her marriage from the floor.
And you got the nerve to show back up.
Tore it from the floor up. Jeez.
Y'all be surprised she ain't tear you up from the... OP, you're not...
telling me you done slept with every man in my family.
OP, you ain't the a-hole. You're not. That's crazy how that happened. You didn't deserve any of this. You did not deserve any of this, OP. She belonged to the city.
Like that, ain't nobody got song. I can't believe she did that. You ever seen anybody ruin their whole life?
Yeah. every time we read one of these stories. Yeah, but you're not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole at all. Not the a-hole. Keep going to your therapist, though.
Please.
We love that for you.
We do, because that's a lot.
All right, Amen Corner. Which betrayal hit the hardest?
Was it the cheating, the family cover-ups, or that finale?
I picked the finale.
Well, let them pick.
Okay, I'm gonna let them choose, but I think it's the finale. The correct answer is the finale. And could you ever forgive a family member who helped to hide an affair? Comment below because you know we reading all of them.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends, tell your family, your loved ones, your enemies, because maybe they need to see this too. We'll see you next time on Amen and Audacity.